在工作上，如果老板同事或是合作的对象是外国人，你一定会需要用英文跟他讲话嘛？那也许你想要说你有没有时间，你会可能像这样说 "Do you have time?" 但是如果是外国人要问你有没有时间的时候，你会发现他用的字跟语气不太一样，他会像这样说 "Hey, you got a minute?" 虽然这两句有差不多一样的意思，但是我们有一些比较习惯会用的说法。那如果你学会这些说法，你的英文会听起来更流利，也会让对方更信赖你，这样也能在工作职场上有更多好的机会。所以今天我要教5个在工作上很常会用到的句子。那因为我是美国人，所以我教你的就是美国人会用的说法。Okay, so the first one we're going to look at is when's the meeting today? 什么时候要开会？ When's the meeting today? It's at 2, I think. So notice here, I said, when's the meeting? So what's going on here is I'm saying when and is, and I'm just kind of blending them into one word, when's. Now the next thing you want to look at here is when I say the S at the end, it'll actually make a Z noise, not an S noise. When's. When's the meeting today? If you say it with an S, it'll kind of have a weird, cut, not quite natural sound. When's. As soon as you say it like that, it doesn't quite sound like a native speaker. So make sure to have a Z noise. When's. Now, as you can see, we have a lot of meetings when we go to work, right? And sometimes there's things that'll come up in your schedule and you're not able to make it to the meeting. So what do you say when you need to say, I can't go? You would say, I won't be coming to the meeting today. I won't be coming to the meeting today. Huh? How come? Now, the big thing to notice here is I didn't say attend. I won't be attending the meeting today. The reason for this is attend is really formal. And it's really hard because attend is pretty much the equivalent to 参加 in Chinese, right? So it's really easy to think that, I'll use this word. But in English, when we're just in a casual conversation like that, we don't use attend. We'll just say, I won't be coming to the meeting today. Whenever we say attend or we're trying to be really formal in speech, we're trying to sound really professional. A really great way to explain this is if there's a secretary and she's at a desk and she works at a company and somebody calls in and asks for her boss. And they say, hey, is Mr. Del Rio here? And she'll say, Mr. Del Rio is not here, but he will be attending the meeting later today. When she's saying that, her voice is saying, hey, I'm being professional, you can trust me, and even though he's not going to be there right now, he'll be there at the meeting later. It's just a way to show that, hey, you need to respect me and I am dependable. But let's say one of her friends comes in right after she gets the phone call. They'd be like, hey, is Mr. Del Rio coming to the meeting today? She'll be, yeah, he's coming. Notice, in this situation, they're friends. She doesn't need to say, hey, we're professional, we're a company, you can trust us, because they know each other. And so it depends on the situation. But in most situations, you're just going to say, I won't be coming to the meeting today. Now, what if there was a meeting, but for some reason, somebody made it so the entire thing was canceled, and then somebody comes into your office and says, hey, is there still a meeting today? What do you say in this kind of a situation? Well, right here, what you would say is, I guess the meeting was called off today. Hey, did you get the email that Peter sent out today? No. What was in it? I guess they called off the meeting today. Now, you may be wondering, wait, can't you say the meeting was canceled today? Yeah, you could. In fact, it means the exact same thing. It's just a different way to say the meeting was canceled today. Now, the way to remember it is think about a general. He's at war and they're fighting another army. And he tells his army to go out and attack the other army. So that army goes out and there's guys on top of other guys. They're punching them. They're on top of them or they have their swords or whatever. So when somebody's getting attacked, they're like, because the other person's on top of them, right? And then the general realizes that they need to stop attacking. He calls off his army. So the soldiers get off of the people that they are attacking. He changed his mind and changed his plan. He canceled that attack. He called off the attack. The same thing would go in a company. You have a plan or a meeting or something that everybody's supposed to be doing, and you decide to change it or you cancel it. You would be calling off that thing that you were originally going to do. Another thing that happens all the time at the workplace is you get sick and you need to take the day off so you can get better. How do we describe that in English? That's what we call to call in sick. So for example, there's a girl at the office and she has a friend named Kim. And she realizes her friend Kim isn't at work. And so she turns to somebody else at the office and says, "Where's Kim?" And they say, "Oh, she called in sick today. I guess she has the flu." "Where's Kim?" "Oh, she called in sick today. I guess she has the flu." So you may be wondering, why do we say in? Well, we're calling in because you're calling into your phone call is going into the place that you work. So you're just calling in and you're sick when you do it. So you're calling in sick. And that's why we call it that. "Oh, she called in sick today." Now, sometimes you work at the job where if you're sick or you're gone, somebody can come in and fill in for you and do your job for you while you're getting better or while you're gone doing something else. How do we describe this kind of a situation? We call that to cover. "Hey, could you cover for me?" This happens all the time in like a restaurant job or with nurses. If somebody needs to not be at work on Thursday because of something, they'd say, "Hey, could you cover for me on Thursday?" "Hey, Pat, you know how my son broke his arm?" "Oh yeah, I heard about that. Is he okay?" "Well, he's definitely been better. So here's the deal. I need to take him to get surgery done on his arm. I tried to ask family, but they're all busy, and so I'm going to have to be the one to do it. And the surgery is on Friday, so I was wondering, could you cover for me on Friday?" "Oh yeah, sure, I can do that." Now, notice, when he says, "Could you cover for me on Friday?" he explained first why he needed her to cover for him on Friday. This is really important if you're trying to ask somebody to do that for you, because if you just say, "Hey, can you cover for me on Friday?" and you don't say why, they're more likely to say, "I'm busy, I can't do that." But this guy, his son had an arm surgery and he really needed to do it. A person's going to be understanding and be like, "Oh yeah, I can cover for you then." So good thing to remember. Before you ask somebody, "Hey, can you cover for me?" tell them why first. Okay, so those are 5 common phrases that are used in the workplace all the time in English. Now, the reason we want to study stuff like this is because it leads us to sounding more fluent, which means we sound more like native speakers. Now, if you like this kind of stuff and you want to see more videos like it, below there's a link. Click on it, submit your email, and periodically you'll receive stuff just like it in the future. If you have any questions about what I talked about, you can send me an email and I'll get right back to you.